The Telegraph in Australia posted this article on their website today, and they also have a print version, which we'll take a look at in a second. Video games with porn-type heroines are harming children, body image experts say. So before we read this article, it's not very long, but body image experts, just, you gotta love that. But the controversy surrounding this article is the fact that they used an image, one image in particular, that is not from a game. It is actually from somebody's Deviantart page. But here's the print version, and it's a bit too small to read. It's the same exact article that's on their website, but even in the print article, I found it interesting that they used the art piece from somebody's Deviantart page, as opposed to an image from the game. Porn-influenced heroines in video games with impossibly big breasts and unreal bodies are harming a generation of Australian children. The stark warning comes from concerned body image experts who warn the increasingly graphic sexual poses and depictions of women in mainstream video games fuel harmful stereotypes and body dysmorphia. Among the toxically augmented characters in highly suggestive outfits that have burst onto video game screens are Rainbow Mika and Laura Masuda from Street Fighter V, and Honoka from the Dead or Alive franchise. Even when women are depicting as kicking ass, they have to be hot doing it, a youth and women's advocate said. Attention is drawn to her sexual characteristics, with tight clothing emphasizing large, surgically enhanced breasts. It is almost assumed that boys don't want to play games without sexy women in them. We don't really see strong women depicted without being sexualized first. According to Sydney psychologist Sarah McMahon, director of Body Matters, these images set up impossible expectations. The women in these video games have impossibly big breasts. They are not athletic, said Ms. McMahon, who specializes in treating patients with eating disorders and body shame issues. It adds to a growing culture of self-surveillancing, where girls are watching and worrying about how they look. Salvation Army research shows only 16% of Australian girls are happy with their body and weight, and the Butterfly Foundation spokeswoman, Sarah Spence, said the depiction of women in video games was becoming more graphic and negatively affecting boys as well as girls. We have heard this argument tirelessly over the past few decades that women, specifically in video games, are hypersexualized. Well, it's in every type of media, and we've heard feminists piss and moan for years and years and years. And the reason is this: being really attractive is empowering. That's why, like, take Death Clock, for instance. There's a joke in one of the episodes of Metalocalypse where they're all out of shape, but on their album, they're super ripped and buff. It's because being ripped and sweet is fucking kick-ass. Not that anyone actually wants to go through the effort or commit to the time and discipline it takes to do that. And if you do, you know, hats off to you. That's a lot of discipline, actually. But the point being, no one wants to be that 400-pound feminist with blue hair in a video game. And being an attractive woman is empowering to women, as being an attractive man is empowering to men. It's not rocket science. The purpose of this video, however, isn't to address these arguments because they've been addressed a million times over the past. The reason I did this video is to address that the Telegraph had used images, or rather an image, from somebody's DeviantArt and then tried to pass it off as in-game content. And then say, look how sexualized this is. It's a bit much. So I'll go ahead and leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'm going to end with a clip from E3. And speaking of E3, tomorrow, which would be Monday, I'm planning on live streaming some of the E3 coverage, probably around 3 or 4 o'clock. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, feel free to stop by my channel on Twitch, and we'll be doing that. So I'll see you guys later.
I went early, Rog. I went early. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the men in blazers. That's Rog, the bald one.